Sensitive content. This production contains content that some audience members may find disturbing or offensive.
Hey, this is Trinity, and you're listening to Esoteric Truth Radio. So, let's talk about the military and Trump administration and their nonsense. So, about an hour ago, the Trump administration is implementing a new initiative to annually screen military personnel over the age of 30 for testosterone deficiency. And those who need it will be given the option to receive free testosterone replacement therapy or TRT. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announced the program, stating that testing will occur during mandatory periodic health assessments. While testing is mandatory for service members 30 and older, personnel under 30 can volunteer to be tested. If a doctor recommends treatment, service members can choose whether or not they want to proceed with TRT. The administration frames this policy as a way to optimize the natural capabilities and longevity of troops. The military screening is part of a broader Trump administration push to promote and expand public access to testosterone therapies. In conjunction with the Department of Health and Human Services, or the FDA, the administration has worked to ease restrictions on TRT and remove previous warning labels related to cardiovascular and prostate risks. So okay, I'm going to say this, and I know that people are going to disagree. And let me be sure to tell you, I don't give a shit. There were trans military members who were refused any type of therapy for themselves. If you agree with it or you don't, to me, it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. People have a tendency of just not understanding that when you see men and you see women, if you see a woman out there and she got fake boobs and she got a butt lift and she's self tanning, all of that good stuff, when a guy gets fake pecs or he's maxing and he's taking a hammer to his jaw to break the bone so all of a sudden he can have this magnificent face, that's body dysmorphia. Okay? People have to understand that. It's body dysmorphia. That's when you see yourself as less than or you need to be different doing this. Now, I'm going to tell you some of the side effects so you clearly understand what this means. Testosterone shots increase hormone levels in men with clinically diagnosed hypogonadism. I swear to God, I think that's how you say it. Or low testosterone. I did not know it meant gonadism. That's hilarious. Anyway, sorry. For these men, therapy can boost sex drive, energy levels, bone density, and muscle mass. However, taking testosterone can shrink testes, reduce sperm production, and thicken the blood. TRT is a medical treatment. To understand if shots are right for you, it helps to know how they work in the body. The benefits are sexual function. It restores the libido and improves erectile function. Body composition. It helps increase lean muscle mass, strength, and reduce body fat. Bone health. It increases bone mineral density, reducing the risk of osteoporosis, and it can improve energy levels, motivation, and feeling of depression in deficient men. Here are the risks. TRT tricks the brain into thinking that the testes do need to produce testosterone, causing a significant reduction in sperm count and testicular shrinkage. Blood clots. Testosterone stimulates blood cell production, which can thicken your blood, a condition called something I can't pronounce, and increase the risk of heart attacks or strokes. It can also cause acne, fluid retention, worsening of sleep apnea, and the growth of breast tissue. While testosterone levels naturally decline by about 1% a year starting around age 30 or 40, taking testosterone as a quick fix for general fatigue or to build bodybuilding muscle carries risk without medical necessity. If you're experiencing these symptoms, then talk to your doctor. So, by talking to your doctor, that means the military doctor. Do you honestly think it's going to be a choice? if there's somebody over the age of 30 who has low testosterone, they're going to be like, well, do you want it? Yeah, well, you're going to get it. I, the stupidity, I mean, it knows no bounds. Okay. So this is the reality. This is the reality. Take it or leave it. Based on the side effects, this is what you're going to get: a bunch of angry, pissed off, horny, boobed men running around the military. That's what you're going to get. That is exactly what you're going to get. Now, let me see if I could just put this extra little tidbit into perspective. Imagine all of these men together, angry, frustrated. Do you think that they're just going to save that? They're going to be like, oh, I'm kind of pissed off. Oh, I'm pumped today. Oh, I'm angry about my boobs. Do you think that they're just going to go and save it? They could just shut it off, and they're just going to be like, oh, I can't wait until get enemy territory. I'm just going to flip the switch and I'm going to go fucking Rambo on everybody. Or do you think they're going to take it out on each other on military bases? Do you not think they're going to be in there brawling all day? Do you know that there's already um, a high amount of cases of crimes um, with friendly fire and military members killing other military members, raping women, raping men? Because people don't talk about that. Imagine the safety or the people, the women especially, that are going to be unsafe in the military with a bunch of dudes running around filled with testosterone. Do you not see the problem with this? Because they don't see it. They're thinking they're going to get a bunch of Arnold Schwarzeneggers running around, and then you're just going to drop them off in Iran, and they're going to go batshit crazy and then just kill everyone. Even, oh my God, even if that was the case, are you being serious? How many men over the age of 30 are going to realize that if they get to go home, there's a chance they can't have children because of the shots? Or they're going to go home and they're going to have man boobs. You think that's going to make them feel better about themselves? How many dishonorable discharges are there going to be? Because they're raping women and raping men. And like I said, it's not about the shots. The sexual abuse of men on military bases has been going on since they were military bases. This is not, well, it's an open secret. So when a woman is assaulted and she goes to the higher ups, it becomes part of public record. When men get sexually assaulted, one, they don't tell anybody. And if they do, their information doesn't go on public record for a fear of embarrassment. Not embarrassment for the person who got assaulted, but embarrassment against the military that that kind of gay shit happened. We're never going to get it together. We're never going to get it together. If you honestly think about it, they said that this is for men, mandatory testing for men over 30, but that anybody under 30 has the option to still get the shot whether they need it or not. How many dudes under the age of 30 do you think are going to turn that shot down? And do you know why they're not going to turn it down? Because of all the benefits they think they're going to get. Do you think that a 20-year-old in the military that's like, oh, I'm going to be pumped, that's going to make me work out more? You think he's thinking about his tiny testicles? Do you think he's thinking about when he goes home, he's not going to knock up his wife? Do you think they're not thinking about any of that? None of the long-term effects. You think a 20-year-old needs to be worried about osteoporosis right now? No. Send the military home. Stop doing your little bullshit and tell him to go get a workout bench. Go get some weights. They're not expensive. Get a gym membership. Men over 30 not having that opportunity, getting tested regardless. If they did have the opportunity, which they will not, to turn it down, they will be in a swarm of other men that chose to do it. You're literally taking men and making them overtly aggressive. Then you're putting them on bases, stuck together. How long before they take it out on each other? The only thing I can think of is these fucking idiots are just going to pump them up with testosterone, and then they're just going to they're going to be like, oh well, they need to go with some of that steam, and that's going to be the reason that they're going to say we need to put butts on the ground. They're acting up, or they're going to act up, and we need that outside. Do you think men that take steroids, they do this workout so they can lay around at home? No, they go outside. Can't remember the rest of his name right now. Pissed off, killed his wife and his kid. You know how many cases are out there with people that are just overly aggressive? How many military bases, and this is in all honesty, how many militaries have full out gyms to deal with the hundreds, possibly thousands of people that are on those bases? It's not like a Planet Fitness. You're going to have them taking it out on each other. You're going to have not just regular physical crime, the sexual assaults are going to go through the roof, and you're not going to be able to control them. Because another thing that people tend to forget is that when you get these types of shots, your body goes nuts when you don't have it. What's going to happen when these people are in there in the military getting these shots for years, then they get sent home and don't have an option to get the shots? What's going to happen to their body? It's bad enough you're probably going to have cardiac arrest already happening to them. Strokes while they're still in the military. We don't think things through. The people in the military that are all for this, the people in the military that for some odd reason is still completely backing this administration, boggles my mind. I'm so confused by that. I'm not in the military. I don't think anybody should be in the military. You know why? Because I don't think we should have wars. You want to do other things? You want to make your country productive? Give them a book. Open a library. Teach them things like The Art of War, not The Art of the Deal, based on a man who didn't write the book. Teach them how to use common sense. Instead, we want angry, aggressive, nonsensical people running around with guns. Like they're not already doing that. And as a matter of fact, now that I think about it, I'm going to find out if this is part of the program for ICE. Because this might be. I'm going to check. Does ICE have the program for TRT? Man, I better say no. Oh my God. Okay. They're starting to open up that option for them too. I don't know what else to say. I really don't. I really don't. We're trying to change these things. We're trying to make things better. And it's impossible to do that every time we feel like there may be a little opportunity to make things better. Some dumb shit like this pops up. Something like this pops up. So let's see how this shit plays out. I can guarantee you. I give it, I don't know, maybe the beginning of 2027, mid 2027, before everybody loses their mind. We already have dead military members, hundreds of wounded. We don't have any of their paperwork. We don't know their conditions. We don't know anything that's going on. Do you think that if they have crime and they're hurting each other and they're taking each other's lives in the military, that shit's gonna make front page news? You think we're gonna find out? Do you remember Tillman? That it was friendly fire, and how many years it took for the family to find that out? Pat Tillman. They don't want to be seen as an embarrassment. And what are they going to do? They're going to embarrass everyone like they've been doing. It's not like that's news. They're already doing that to the military. They did that when they had the red carpet for Putin when he came over here, on their hands and knees, putting down carpet. They had them patrolling the reflecting pool, walking around. Are you? Come on. Come on. And believe me, I know I'm not talking to MAGA. They don't care. They're gonna be like, yeah, but there's people, the Democrats are over there cutting up the pool. Like it's like the you know what a beta blocker is? Is when like the neurons in your brain don't connect on purpose, but there's a pill that makes that happen. They're doing that on purpose. You have to think that this whole time there's probably millions of people out there who have a serious mental disability, like a real neurological disability. And they've been walking around like that the whole time. And then they were triggered because that does that. I'll do a show on that later on. I just wanted to bring this up. All right. I love you guys. I don't know what else to say here. Leave a comment. Tell me how you feel about this. Do you really think that this is going to help the military in some way? Do you really think that this is going to help defend in a war that he keeps saying is not a war? Do you really think that this is not preparation to put boots on the ground? How do you feel if you have a husband or a boyfriend or your wife is in the military and now you know that there's going to be a bunch of people over the age of 30 pumped with testosterone while she's on a base? So let me know in the comments. I will talk to you guys super, super soon. If I get any other information, I'll be sure to let you know. But for now, keep an eye out on this, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Laters.